Let's now turn to Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Caitlin Harvey, Caitlin, the big story this morning is those hot temperatures we're dealing with today, already starting off fairly warm across a lot of regions.
That's right, and that's just our first sign that today is going to be a toasty one. Still starting off with temperatures into the 60s throughout Medford, Grants Pass, Ashland, also in the 60s this morning. 62 out at Port Orford, and still staying warm for the southern Oregon coast. As we work our way into Siskiyou County, we're into the 50s and the 60s. 63 to start you off on this Wednesday morning in Weed, 49 degrees in Doris. And as we continue to work our way into parts of the Klamath Basin, we're still overwhelmingly in the 40s and 50s. But as I told you a little while ago, Chemalt has now fallen into the upper 30s. One of the select few places you will need that jacket this morning. You'll be able to shed that jacket quickly, though, as we take a look at your dog walk forecast featuring Boone sent in by Len and Jackie Hunter. It's going to be toasty and toasty quickly. By about noon, we're up to 83 degrees, into the 90s today, and of course, testing that asphalt and that concrete before you go on that dog walk, as just temperatures into the hundreds can do damage to your dog's paws and pads. Out along the coast, though, if you're looking to beat the heat, we're into the 60s and the 70s to nearly 80 degrees today at Brookings. We will be stuck with gusty winds, though, up to 30 miles an hour. Working our way into Northern California, we're into the 80s and 90s, even triple digits today at Happy Camp, with light winds not giving us much relief. On into the Klamath Basin, we're back into the 80s today. 88 degrees at Klamath Falls to nearly 90 degrees at Bly this afternoon. Of course, plenty of sunshine going to stick around with us. More sun and warmth as we work our way into the southern Oregon Cascades and Siskiyous. We're up to 79 today at Lake of the Woods and 90 degrees at both Butte Falls and Prospect. For those of us in the Rogue Valley, we're back into the mid-90s. 96 your high today in Medford and 95 degrees at Grants Pass. Now just 15 minutes in that direct sunlight. The car's interior temperatures up to 119 degrees. It's not only checking to make sure you don't leave pets, small children in the car, but of course, keeping those groceries not in the car for very long either if you do have errands to run today. By just 30 minutes, the interior temperature of that car feels more like 129 degrees. So something to take into consideration as you're heading out to the Josephine County Fair. It starts today, but take a look at these hot temperatures. They're sticking with us. 95 your high today out at the Josephine County Fair. Still into the upper 80s and the lower 90s throughout the duration of the fair, all with plenty of hot sunshine. Now, wildfire danger remains extreme across parts of Jackson and Josephine counties. So with these dry conditions and these hot temperatures, something we're tracking very closely, especially as breezy winds build into the region as early as tomorrow. Out along the coast, we'll see temperatures into the 70s overwhelmingly throughout this next week. Hot today throughout the Northern California region, gusty tomorrow, and though we're tracking a slight cool down, and I use that word cautiously, we're still staying pretty hot on into your Thursday and Friday. We're going to warm right back up into this weekend. For the southern Oregon Cascades and Siskiyous, we're up to 82 today with plenty of that strong sunshine, and downright hot today into the Rogue Valley, 96 degrees. Frankly, this extended forecast still looks very hot.
Yeah, like you said, cool down is a pretty generous term. Yeah, we're going from high 90s to low 90s, so it's not really going to feel that cool. But thank you so much, Caitlin. We'll be sure to stay on top of this heat. Thanks, Caitlin.